Bonjour tout le monde, this is Sam from Tutors, and today I'm going to be talking about the Passé Composé in French. Now this is a pretty important skill to have because it is used in French so often and it's so versatile. So starting off with the basics, you can see here the French translation for all these ways of saying you've ate in the past is the same. So in English, when you say I ate, I've eaten, I did eat, it's all translated to j'ai mangé in French. Now, how do you form the passé composé? It's a compound verb form, which means the conjugation has two components. There's the auxiliary verb, avoir être, which you can see here, it's conjugated with je, so j'ai. And then you have the main verb, which in this case is manger, to eat. And the main verb is conjugated in the past participle, and I'll get more into what that is later on. But for now, you need to know that the passé composé is formed with the auxiliary and the main verb, as well as the subject. So, regular French verbs, stem-changing verbs, and a few irregular verbs conjugate the past participle by dropping the infinitive ending to find the stem, then adding the past participle ending for that type of verb. So, for example, the stem for some ER verbs would be donner. You take out the ER, same with appeler. You take out the ER, and then you add E accent with an accent. And that becomes donner and appeler, which, when pronounced, is the same. And with IR, you take out the IR at the end, and you add an I. So choisir becomes choisi. And with RE verbs, so perdre, you take out the RE, and you add a U, so it becomes perdu. So now you can see how we went from manger to manger. So you take out the ER, and you add the E with the accent. Alright, now some examples. And as you remember, I mentioned that some verbs, some auxiliary verbs are going to be avoir or être. So in which case do you use each? So you notice this conjugation with avoir we've already seen before with the manger example. But être, what does the bracket E and S mean? So when you conjugate something with être as the auxiliary verb, you need to accord, which is make sure the verb agrees with the subject in terms of gender and number of people. For example, if you're a girl and you say je suis sortie, you need to add an E because it's je is feminine in this case. And when we say nous sommes sortis, we have to add an S because there are more than one person, and it's plural. And the E is here because if it's a group of all girls, then nous becomes feminine, and you add the ES. And the same idea with vous, ils, and elle. And the thing with pronominal verbs is it's always conjugated using être as the auxiliary. So in this case, s'habiller, to get dressed, you say je me suis s'habillé, and the same idea with the accord as the sortir example. Alright, so when do you use être as the auxiliary verb? So, see the list of verbs here? We use the acronym Dr. Mrs. Vandertramp. It's an easy way to remember all the verbs that need to use être as the auxiliary. So, devenir, revenir, monter, rentrer, sortir, venir, arriver, naître, descendre, entrer, retourner, tomber, rester, aller, mourir, and partir. So you just got to remember when you're conjugating any of these verbs in the passé composé, you got to use être and remember to accord with the subject. And of course, there are also more exceptions to the general rule. Avoir and être are not regularly conjugated in the participe passé. If we were going by the regular rule, avoir would become avoir, and être would become etu, which is nowhere close to what they actually are. So the participe passé, as you can see, of avoir is eu, and of être is été, and another example is comprendre, which becomes compris. It's the same thing with prendre. It becomes pre. You just take out the com because they're conjugated in a similar way. And if you want to find more examples of these, I can't possibly go over them all in this video, so you can go online and find that for yourself. But I would say these are the most commonly used, and you need to at least know avoir and être, how they're conjugated in the passé composé. Alright, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this was helpful to you, and please subscribe for more educational videos coming your way soon. Thanks.